In your car, in the shower, on a walk through the Dylan Hour. Feeling sweet, feeling sour.
I feel nothing.
The Dylan Hour. My couch is open, it's better than therapy. All you soccer moms, all your theys and thems, all your bottom boys, my bisexual femmes. Come one and all, disassociate with me. It's free. Grab a drink, or two, or three. You have no friends. All good, you got me. It's the Dylan Hour. Love ya. Is this a good time? Oh, I sure hope it is, because today a podcast is born. This is my first episode of the brand new show, The Dylan Hour, hosted by me. It's Dylan Mulvaney, baby. The Dylan Hour is a retro cocktail party where we sip and we spill with some of my favorite humans. And we've got plenty of fun segments for you. We have a lot of oversharing to do, and I'm excited to be doing that now with other humans and not just alone in my bedroom. But I'm going to be doing it with my guests and with you. And this podcast has been in the works for almost 3 years. And some of you might know me from like my Days of Girlhood series online where I like documented my transition. But even at the beginning of my time on social media, I was like often having my content used against me by like really horrendous straight white men podcasters. And I remember thinking like, we need a way to combat this hatred. And I was like, well, I'm just going to have to start a podcast of my own. And thus, the Dylan Hour is now happening. It's here. And I think the world is just a really scary place right now. And I think finding joy is not only important, but it's absolutely necessary to get us through. And while I think we can get vulnerable on here, I really want this to be a fun place for me and my guests to just escape and be silly and be stupid. And so we have that to look forward to. I have lots of fantastic friends that I'm going to be having on here. Actors, writers, drag queens, you know, with the heavy emphasis on the girls, the gays, and the theys. I think y'all are about to see just how ADHD I really am by my hosting style, which can only be described as rapid, unfiltered, and potentially hard to follow. No, I just really want to emphasize that these are conversations between two friends. And another reason that I wanted to do this is because I've had so many iconic conversations behind closed doors with some of these folks, and I want to share that with you. But that also means that sometimes I will be interjecting my own stories or answering my own questions. So if you are exclusively here for the guests or a Dylan Mulvaney hater in general, you might not love this format. I do think some of you will be surprised at how raunchy I am. I do occasionally like to indulge in a casual cocktail or two, but hopefully it's only going to bring us closer. I want to theme today's episode around birthday celebrations, because in a way, a baby being born is technically, it's like zero birthday, right? Literal birth date. So it's my podcast birthday. I've always taken birthdays a little too seriously, and they often fall short. But I think a birthday is less about what you do and more about who you're with. So I wanted to have on my best friend, who I always have a surefire good time with. My guest is 21. I regrettably missed his 21st birthday, which I wanted to take him to Vegas. It didn't happen. So I thought we could use today's episode to celebrate him finally being able to drink legally in America. But he hails from one of my favorite countries and also the place where my favorite candy is produced. Percy Pigs. Okay, but specifically the fizzy kinds. I am so excited to toast and celebrate my dear friend, talented actor and Broadway sensation. You'll know him from Heartstopper, Agatha, Sweeney Todd. It's Joe Locke.
Hi.
Hi, Joe.
Hi.
How are you?
You know what? I've had a really good day. I've been following Dylan around all day today. Everyone.
You were my driver.
I drove to Santa Monica and back.
But have you ever driven in America?
Yeah, I was in Atlanta for 6 months and I drove every day there. And I feel like if anyone knows anything about Atlanta and the driving, once you drive there, you can sort of drive anywhere.
Well, LA's no small feat.
LA is just traffic.
And then we drove to the beach. Mm-hmm. I was on a podcast. You walked around a weird part of town.
Yeah.
Oh my, yeah, you've been
I feel like whilst you were coming to pick me up, I'm pretty sure I got propositioned. I think someone thought I was like working the street corner.
And did you say yes?
Well, you literally turned the corner and I was like, damn.
Oh, damn, there's no time.
No time.
Could have been quick.
Could've
now,
made some
Joe, how do you feel about birthdays?
You know, I'm not a birthday person.
Were you mad at me for missing your birthday?
No, because I don't care about my birthday.
Oh my God, it's the only thing I care about in my life. Is birthdays.
I know.
And also celebrating my other friends. So I made a podcast 3 years ago before we were friends. Mm-hmm. So because I knew that I was going to maybe miss your birthday in the future. Right, and so I wanted this to be for you.
Wow, this is all for
Yeah,
me.
it's all for you.
Oh,
And to celebrate you, we have you've got a cocktail next to you. You know what we're calling this one for you, honey?
what?
Twink juice.
Twink juice.
Cheers. It's an
And
espresso
mine feels
martini.
like I want some cream on mine.
You want a little cream on
Yeah.
yours? Okay.
Don't spill.
Ready? I didn't know. I didn't want to assume. You're a slightly classier person than I am. You want to spray it?
Yeah.
You seem to be a little bit more put together than I am.
How do I
I
do
also
it?
will say I'm a little older
where's
than
the-
you.
do I
Yeah,
just-
give it a spray. You never done this before?
Well, normally they have like a
Oh, that's nice.
special. Anyway,
A what? A special what? You want
I don't know, I'm
sprinkles?
actually lactose intolerant, but
No. Uh-oh. Well, it's gonna.
Fine, I'll
I was
take
gonna say
Imodium.
this twink juice is gonna get us through to a very long night. Talk to me about bitter and sweet of your week.
ooh, oh gosh, you literally told me
You're
to think about this, and I didn't even.
I know. Last night,
My,
high and low.
you know what my
Oh,
sweet.
this is good. No, that's what they do on podcasts, especially on the first episode. They say what the segments are.
Oh yeah, that
The
would
first
help.
segment of the Dylan Hour with Joe Locke is bitter and sweet of our week. It's our high and low, our rose and thorn, if you will. I love to find the positive, but I'm not scared to go to the negative. Give it to us, Joe.
My sweet
Mhm.
has been sitting on your deck
Mm.
in Dylan's garden in the sun,
Yes.
whilst Dylan has been having the busiest week of her life,
I'm
and I
crying.
have been just. There's nothing more relaxing than being relaxed around someone else's chaos.
Are you serious?
Like, I have had the most nice week because normally I'm the one with the chaos. So to be sat reading a book,
And
drinking my
and
fills
meanwhile,
in the sun.
I'm like crying to a publicist saying that I can't do another interview. But in my mind, I'm like, I've got to take Joe to the Hollywood sign, and then we've got to do a double-decker tour bus.
And I'm
And
just having the best day of my life.
so you're giving me full permission that I don't have to take
No,
you
please
to
don't.
Hollywood.
I hate tourist stuff.
Oh, wow.
I love feeling like I'm a local when I visit somewhere.
I think we really got that in the traffic on the freeway today.
Yeah, I really
Okay.
felt like a local.
And you're bitter of the week.
My bitter of the week. The lingering cold I still have. It's way better than it was.
You sound
Like 3 days
way
ago,
better.
I sounded like I chain smoked. I quite liked it. I think there was something about like my internalized homophobia that quite enjoyed the masculinity of it. Like feeling like,
Baby lock them doors and turn them. You know what that song is? Baby
yeah, I
lock
know
them-
that song.
Okay, that's also the theme of our friendship is mostly just me asking, do you know what this is or do they have this in the UK? Baby lock them doors and turn them. Do they have country music in the UK?
It exists, yeah.
Okay, but not like not the biggest thing.
No,
Maybe the pivot of my career is to just become a country singer in London.
because the country music industry is really
booming.
Really,
They
you know,
need me.
They love progressive.
I'm the Kim Petras of country,
in
but in the
politics,
UK. Watch out, baby. I would say my sweet of the week has been you've hosted me so much in London. I now get to host you. Would you say that like what have been the key differences between when I'm staying with you and then now you staying with me?
Ooh, I don't know. I think we're very similar hosts.
Really?
Yeah.
Mindful, but not my suitcase explodes when it's at your house.
Yeah, my suitcase has exploded within its suitcase. Have you still noticed that? Like it stayed within the
But you
suitcase,
keep
but it
it
has
together.
exploded.
No, I walked in there today and I thought, that's nice. Mine, not so much.
No,
But
you came to visit me once, and I like carried Dylan's huge 2 pink suitcases up the stairs,
Yeah.
and then I like was like, oh, I'm gonna make myself a coffee. I'll like you settle in. I like literally maybe was out of the room for maybe 3 or 4 minutes. I walked back in, and it's like a bomb had gone off.
I know.
Like,
That's a talent.
I was like, I don't understand how. There's not physically been enough time that's gone past.
One of the few things I'm actually very good at doing is fucking up a room wildly quickly. But it does feel nice because since I've messed up your guest room so often, it's been nice to let you mess up mine a bit.
Yeah.
And
Dylan has the comfiest bed in the world.
I've never slept in that one.
It's so
I think it's
comfy.
$100 mattress. I swear to God.
Well, whatever it is, it's working.
You're the new face, baby. I think so that's my sweet. My bitter, kind of funny. You didn't bring me any Percy's.
No, I didn't.
Actually, this is a public service announcement. This is a good opportunity. I'm going to take another reason why I'm starting this podcast is so that the people watching in the UK can just start sending me Percy Pigs, specifically the Fizzy Tales, which I'd like to have one of right now. Did you didn't hook me on these?
I
What
don't
was your
know.
relationship to Percy Pigs before you
So
met me?
I have a controversial relationship with Percy Pigs. This is really not like pizza I'm gonna be happy with. Percy
want
Pigs
that?
used to have actual gelatin in,
Okay.
and they used to taste different, and then they made all of them veggie, which I understand and I get, but like the flavor of them changed when they changed it into a veggie one as well. And
Well, you liked veggie one or no?
no, so before, like, we're talking 5-10 years ago, before they made all of them vegetarian, they all had gelatin in. So they had pig in the Percy Pig.
Uh-oh.
No, yeah, not cool, but they tasted really good.
But I didn't know what that was.
No, you've never experienced that taste.
So now
But
they all
you can
taste
get-
like veggie.
You can get like the original veggie, which is what they made a vegetarian version before they made them all vegetarian, but they still kept the vegetarian version when they changed the recipe for all of them.
Okay.
And the flavor of that is what it used to be. It's complicated. So I have a really complicated history with it. I love Marks and Spencer with my whole heart.
So good.
It's the best shop in the world, other than Trader Joe's.
Did you work there?
No, I didn't. But all my friends did, and I feel like I was the only one who didn't.
Never say never.
You know, the Isle
It's
of
not
Man,
too late.
Marks and Spencer is actually one of the busiest in the UK. You wouldn't think it.
Wait, the Isle of Man, that's where you're from.
That's where I'm from.
That's where it all started.
That's where it all started.
And you did theater there.
Did theatre there.
And then you booked a little show.
Just a little one, yeah.
And then we met, and that's when your life really started.
I remember the day we met.
Tell us.
Me and Dylan had followed each other on Instagram for a few months, and then you were in London, and you were like, "Oh, let's like meet up and grab coffee," and then we ended up spending like 7 hours in Soho House just talking.
Drunk.
We like really drunk.
But within,
We like both had like meetings we just cancelled because we just carried on.
Well, and I didn't know that many people in London, but you were one of those people. Also, I will say that your presence online, especially at that point, was still quite mysterious. And so I was like, what's his deal? I was like, I want to know more about this person. And it felt like fast friends. What was your like relationship to social media before Heartstopper? Were you like an active poster?
No.
Ever?
No.
Snapchat?
I use Snapchat, but like in the same way like every teenager does.
Okay.
And
And
wasn't
then
loaded. Must have sounded loaded.
and then you were never
Before
doing
Heartstopper, I had like normal amounts of like 800 Instagram followers. And then I think when the show got announced, like over the year of me being announced and the show coming out, I gained like 100,000. And then I went from like 100,000 on the day of release to 3.5 million 2 days later.
casual,
Yeah.
normal,
Yeah, just normal.
very
And then ever
healthy.
since then, it's like every time something gets released, I will gain followers. But now, like on average, I will lose like 20,000 followers a day.
For what?
I don't know. This
What
is what
is
like
wrong?
I used to get really upset about it. I've sort of come at peace with the fact that like, but like that's 20,000 people a day who are actively. You know, when you unfollow someone, you have to press unfollow
think
and then
about
say,
it.
"Are you sure?"
What
and
is that?
All these people are saying, "Oh, we are sure we don't want this guy in our life anymore."
Right.
And that used to really like genuinely get to me. Whereas now I just find it quite funny.
Well, also, I feel like it happens when like you post something. You know, it's like
Yeah.
you remind someone that they're following you, and they're like, "Oh, fuck, I don't want to follow this person." And so it then makes you be like, "Wait, maybe I shouldn't post so that I keep the people."
Yeah.
No, you gotta post.
You gotta
baby.
post.
You gotta find the right people.
Post, baby, post.
Post, baby, post. That same trip though was day 1000. I woke up to a Percy Pig cake from you.
I've
but
been cuddling that Percy pig. I bought Dylan a big Percy pig for her day 1000. I've been cuddling it every night.
that was a lot of room that it took up in my suitcase, and I'm really grateful still. But you would not do the one thing that I wanted that day.
One thing about Dylan that I love the most is that when she wants to do something, she will do it.
I'm gonna
And
go.
if you don't want to go, like she's not going to judge you for that, but like she's still going to do it. And ever since we met, you've been talking about
The jacuzzi boat.
jacuzzi boat in Canary Wharf. Like picture, if anyone doesn't know Canary Wharf, picture like businessmen in suits, dirty water that like doesn't really drain anywhere because it's in the wharf rather than the actual river. And
My dream.
December,
Businessman in suits. That's my boyfriend.
like 6 degrees Celsius.
Hot, cold.
That's cold.
That's a nice.
That's really cold.
That's
That's
a
like
nice contrast.
it's like a 45-degree Fahrenheit day.
And you're in a hot pool of water that has an engine in it.
And it's awful.
But did you feel like you kind of wanted to go?
No.
Did you feel jealous after seeing all my pictures?
Absolutely not.
So, I then
I
went.
didn't feel bad at all. You tried to make me feel bad. You didn't try to make me feel bad. I think you were hoping that I would feel bad and therefore would go with you. There was, even though it was your day 1000, all of that, it was a
Well,
big day
today's
for
your
you.
birthday, 7 months late.
Yeah.
So I'll do whatever you want today. If you wanted to get in a jacuzzi boat, I'd probably go. But
That's because that's what you want to do.
well, now hold up.
If I wanted to go and get a nice big salad with loads of vegetables.
Oh my, I'm out.
Exactly.
I'm so
There
out.
you go.
You know, I'll sit with you. You know what? I would have gone and watched. You could have been with all the businessmen with the suits.
Mm-hmm.
But I found a girl's girl, Kira, my makeup artist, and she's like, darling, I'll be right there. The thing about me too is like, I sometimes give people like 20 minutes notice for like a 40-minute drive. I'm like, can you meet me across town to go to this thing? She's like, darling, I'll be right there. And so we go on this boat. We had we had to like put down there was a big pipe with smoke that we'd have to put down with what are those things called where you go under?
A bridge.
There we go. So, they got a lot of bridges over there in London. I saw that. So I putting those down, and it was a great day. And
It was raining.
okay, well, in my mind, it was a great day.
Oh, it was a great day.
It was amazing. And something else that's kind of happened now that feels two of my favorite things really are jacuzzis, and I also like a psychic.
Mm-hmm.
Are
we going to tell the story?
I think we have to.
We have to tell the story.
So we're having a really sweet dinner the other night. It'd been a long day. We were at a restaurant that felt oddly kind of like the Twilight movie where Bella and Edward go to Italian food for the first time together. And we walk out and we're going to be walking back to my house and we see an open sign that's on, a light. What's next to the open sign?
It's a psychic.
It's a psychic. There's a psychic on my
A psychic, and then it said, if I can't save you, no one can.
So for those of you that don't know, I love a psychic. I regularly go once a year to like kind of like Kardashian level psychic. But this was also at 9:30 p.m.
Yeah.
So we call and then we hear her talking through the window and she's like, what time do you want to come? And we're like, now. And she's like, great, come on. So we then knock on her door. She opens up in her bathrobe.
Yeah.
I'm also nervous because like, I was actually nervous to bring this one up. I'm scared that she's going to see this and I'm going to get hexed. Do you feel that for me?
Well,
you're fine,
you haven't
I think.
told them what she said to you yet.
Oh, fuck. Okay, here we go. Wait, one sip. Oh my God, I got to put my drink down for this. So we're in the psychic. I go first. And Joe goes and sits with the husband on the couch in the living room.
We had a really nice conversation about wallpaper paste for half an hour.
For half an hour.
Genuinely.
Now, I paid for the $60 palm reading, which I assumed would take 5 minutes. Went on a little longer because she looks at me. She like reads my palm. She goes, oh, you're single. And I was like, yeah. And she goes, this is very early on in the session, mind you. She goes, you're single because you have a demon that comes and has sex with you every night. And that's why you're so tired when you wake up. And that demon is getting in the way of any relationship that you could have outside of you and that demon, that sex demon. And in that moment, I'm like looking at her. Mind you, I have 27 minutes left of the conversation with her. And I'm like this, and she kept going, look at me. Look at me. Because I would look down to text all I could text Joe was,
no, don't.
I got 2 words that I needed to make sure that he didn't go after me. And she's like, do you have bruises on your parts downstairs? And I was like, no. And she was like, well, it's coming. She was like, that's what you should expect to happen from this demon. And she goes, the demon has been following the women of my family for many years. And that this goes back to like my great grandmother. And if I pay a certain fee, she can get the demon removed. What we're a little nervous about is that her grandchildren do follow me. So
yeah, well, I was talking to the husband and he was like, oh, there's all these famous people live around here. And then like, there's this famous TikTok girl. And I was like, oh, really? Is there?
Couldn't be me. No. And so what we're a little nervous about is that I did not pay the fee. I did tip her an extra 20 on top of the palm reading just to be like,
you know what? Maybe she's right.
What?
Maybe you do have a sex demon.
Well, I woke up really tired this morning.
That's because you didn't sleep though.
Well,
Or
but what if that? What if?
what if?
But here's the thing. I at least would want to know. Like if it's happening to me, I would want to be a part of that. And then Toby, our friend Toby, like I had like shared something to our close friends, and I like was talking about what had happened with the sex demon, and he was like, "Oh, you're like Lily Depp in Nosferatu." And I was like, "Oh, do I look like her, or is it is it because I look like Lily Rose Depp?" He was like, "No, it's because you're getting fucked in the night by a demon." So, I'm a little nervous about that. Would you want a sex demon? Be honest.
No.
Why not?
I don't want to have sex with a demon. Well,
Fair.
I don't know.
I'll take whatever I can
wouldn't
get.
want to have unconsensual sex with a demon every
Yeah,
night.
I want to know.
Like, if I'm going to have sex with a demon, I want to be, that's a choice I've made.
Thank you. Okay.
I feel like the choice we have made.
So you were an actor on the Isle of Man.
Mm-hmm.
You did a lot of musicals. What was your favorite musical you ever did on the Isle of Man?
Shrek the musical.
That was your first one?
Yeah, I almost did it twice, but then I got Heartstopper the second time, so I had to drop out.
Wait, what character was what did you play?
I played the Farquaad's dad. He comes right at the end and he goes, "I suppose my invitation got lost in the mail."
I've never heard of Farquaad's dad as a character in Shrek.
He only has that song.
You're really good, babe.
I was like 11, so I played
is the talent level in the Isle of Man like
really high.
Really crazy?
You think Samantha Box? She's from the Isle of Man.
Shut up.
Yeah, it's me and her.
Breaking through, but everybody else is like a star that's waiting to be discovered.
Yeah, but it's hard to. I got very lucky.
What did you want to be?
I wanted to be an actor. I didn't think it would happen, so I thought I'd become
I'm like, what did you want to be in Shrek?
Oh, in Shrek. Oh, I wanted to be Shrek. I still do.
I want to be Gingy.
You could be a great Gingy.
Oh, I'd love it. But you still want to play Shrek?
I think Shrek the Musical is one of the best written musicals of all musicals. Wow. The music is so good.
It is.
And I will
I love
die on that hill.
I know it's today.
Gorgeous song.
So
all of
good.
them.
And so what was the second time you were supposed to do it?
I was supposed to be Peter Pan the second time.
Wow, we're moving up in the world, aren't we, honey? But you got Heartstopper instead.
I got Heartstopper and then I left.
It's like Shrek, Heartstopper, Star.
I remember being like to the director, being like, "I'm really sorry. Like I just got to." And he was like, "No, I get it."
And he was like, "Well, you should be doing Shrek."
Well, that was yeah. No,
and
they got it.
How did your life shift? Did you have time to prepare for Heartstopper? Funny story. I've never asked you about this period of time in your life, and I've only watched some of the episodes, which are very good, but I don't know this.
I got Heartstopper. It was during COVID.
Okay.
I had to fly to London for the audition.
Mm-hmm.
Had to come back to the Isle of Man and isolate on my own in my house for 2 weeks, like with just me and my dog. My mum had to move out, and then I got the part. I couldn't like celebrate with anyone. I like FaceTime my mum to tell her and then 2 weeks after that, I got on a plane back to London and started filming.
Wow. And it was in London you were filming.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know any of the cast before that?
No.
So you did season 1. You moved to London.
Mm-hmm. Then I went home and finished my high school exams.
Oh, that needed to happen.
Yeah.
Do you finish high school? Also, do they call it something different?
Sixth form. So you do like your GCSEs, which is like your everyone has to do them, and then you go back and do your A levels.
Sixth form.
Sixth. Like the number 6.
6.
But like sixth, because it's your sixth year, I guess.
Form,
yeah.
And okay.
I don't know where it comes from.
And then most people go to
university. Uni. Yeah, uni. But I didn't. I got a place. I got grades. I got quite good grades considering my attendance for the last year at school was like 13%. Because I would go to school in the day, fly to London in the evening, go to an event, do a press thing, spend the night in London, then get the 5 a.m. flight back to the Isle of Man, do a day of school. And I was doing that every day for like 2 months. And I still got ABB.
What is ABB?
Like A, a B, and a B.
Oh, great.
I know. I was really quite proud of myself.
I love it. Now, you had a second season of Heartstopper.
Mm-hmm.
How did that differ? You felt a little more comfortable? Felt like you
I finished school at that point, so I could... And then I went straight onto Agatha.
And how did that happen?
A lot of auditions. Like 9.
Zoom?
A few Zoom. Then they flew me out here.
Oh, this scares me. Do you know this reference? Zoom, zoom, zoom. Make my heart go boom, boom, boom. My supernova girl.
I do, but I don't.
Oh, God. It's Xenon Z3.
Yeah, I don't have a clue.
Xenon the sequel?
No.
Xenon Girl of the Century?
No.
And that is where the age difference comes to play.
Yeah.
So you're doing Agatha in Atlanta where you drove a car.
Atlanta, Georgia, where I drove a car.
I'm also curious, do you have a license?
Yeah, I just have been driving your car all day without a license.
But you said before you took the keys, you said is this legal?
Well, because in the UK, you can't just drive someone else's car.
Can you in America?
I Googled it, you can.
Oh, good.
Well, it's fine, I've done it now, so.
Okay, it's done. Well, you were great.
But
I
you
mean,
can.
if I was, I
in the
felt
UK,
like
you need to have a certain type of insurance to drive someone else's car.
I felt like you had a permit and I was your driving instructor and I signed off
There
on
was
it.
a few times she was like, Dylan was like trying to work and was like checking that I was like moving lane correctly.
It was great. I mean, it was like I was two people at once.
Was I good?
But you were really good.
I'm a good driver.
You're really put together.
Thank you.
But so you're in Agatha. Did you ever drive Patti LuPone?
I don't think I have. I think I would remember if I drove Patti LuPone.
I think that it would be really intimidating to pick out a song to put on.
She's driven me on a golf cart before, but that's about it.
She was in charge of the golf cart.
She was staying in this weird part of Atlanta that everyone drove around in golf carts. And yeah.
Oh my God. What was working with her? Like, were you intimidated at first?
I remember I found out the sake of anyone not watching on video, Dylan just dropped a
For
post.
all those-
It's on your dress.
just
I
so-
just moved
Oh,
that off.
there's just that one too. You want to get that for me?
Get it for you.
Thank you so much.
There you go.
Thank you, babe.
There you go.
Thank you.
When I found out she was in the show, I remember like I was in Sarah Finn, the casting director, who's such an incredible woman, her office, and she was like, "Oh, you'll never guess who's playing Lilia," and then told me, and I like gay gasped and fell to the floor. Genuinely did.
Did you know though deep down that you were going to be best friends?
Oh, as soon as I knew I was going to meet her, I was like, I will be best friends with this woman.
That's my girl.
But like I can't underestimate how much of a Patti LuPone super fan I always was my whole life.
So you were deep in already.
Oh yeah, I know. Could have told you
That's
her
also
resume from the day that she started acting, all the way back to Juilliard.
You still are you're much cooler than me in many ways, but you know a lot of Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I think people really don't. Like when I did Sweeney, I think people thought, oh, that's just this like the Netflix kid. And I was like, no, baby, no.
This was not like a plug and play celeb.
Like I know my shit.
You know,
I know which
everything.
theaters, which show was that.
We're
I know
on
the revival
Playbill.com
casts of certain-
regularly.
Yeah.
Wait, did you ever travel to New York to see Broadway shows before?
Yeah, I've been to New York. First time I went to New York was like the month before Heartstopper came out, actually.
What was
my
the first
mum
show?
used to take me to London to watch shows. First Broadway show I ever saw, I can't tell you. We can't talk about it.
Okay, fair.
We can.
What is it? You have to. Well,
The first Broadway show I ever saw was Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
and you know what? It's a good play.
And you know what? I remember going and I remember taking a picture of, in the bathrooms in that theater, they have a sign that says, like, we support your choice to use any whichever bathroom you want. I remember being like, this is the kind of like cunt way of being like,
this is how we support trans people.
and then I went to watch Six after that. So
Oh, and that's a very inclusive show.
yeah, we love Six. But I've watched so many Broadway shows now. I feel very lucky.
And you've been in one.
Been in one now.
Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd.
What was that like?
Amazing. I could just sing to Sutton Foster every night.
Were you friends with her?
She's amazing. She's so cool.
She's lovely.
Like, yeah.
And then had you already sang that song like in an audition or anything for?
First time I think I
separate-
ever sang that song was for Alex Lacamoire.
Oh God, that's intimidating.
Yeah. At like 10 a.m. on a Saturday
That's
morning
also
after
crazy
a
that
night
we
out.
have to remember that like people don't always know who that is. Like,
Which is crazy because
that's all that matters
Yeah.
to us. What is his claim to fame?
I mean, he's done everything.
I know.
Hamilton. Dear Hansen.
Hamilton.
What else did he do?
Yeah. But I really feel like I want to bring Broadway to the mainstream through the show.
Okay.
And that brings us to our next segment, What a Girl Wants. Every week, I'm going to be asking our guests, what does a girl want? But in this case, what does a gay want? What does Joe Locke want? Joe, what is something that you are desiring, whether that's a Dyson Airwrap, world peace, anything in between? What are you looking for, Joe?
Now, what am I looking for?
Yeah, what do you want? Be honest. It's not something you need. What do you want? What do you want?
I want... there's so many ways I could go about this. So many things I want.
Oh, what do you want?
Obviously like world peace and like all of that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
but like,
cover.
yeah, sure, whatever.
It's your birthday wish, babe.
Okay.
This is all for you. It's your birthday, 7 months late. You get whatever you want. Oh, honey.
Oh, it's my
Wait, even
cake.
better. Oh my God. We got you cake. It looks like, oh, you know what this is from?
What?
Erewhon.
Is it?
Yeah,
This cake?
This is probably $9,000 for this slice.
Wow.
Yeah.
It probably tastes like shit.
Well, that's also.
I got an error. Right. This is my error.
Go in.
Yesterday, I got what I thought was a chicken plate with 2 sides, and it arrived and there was no chicken, and the sides were gross. And my coconut cloud smoothie was also gross. And you know how much it cost me? $110.
Well, and my Hailey Bieber smoothie was very good.
I should have got the Hailey Bieber. I thought I'd try something different, but you know what? Stick to what you know.
What's your birthday wish, Joe?
My birthday wish?
Yeah. But you have to say it out loud because it's a podcast.
Okay, so it can't be like, my birthday wish is that this year, I want us to go on a really nice, lavish holiday.
Ooh! I love holidays.
Yeah?
Okay, where is it going to be? Okay.
Do I blow?
Yeah, you can blow on it. Oh, good.
I want us to go to a Greek island.
Take a bite. Greece, Mamma Mia.
I have my braces in. It's probably not a good idea, but...
What?
What?
You have a retainer in?
My Invisalign.
Wow.
It's cutting the bottom of my mouth. I think this one's not shaped right, so I've got a massive cut.
I have a
down
crazy
here.
cold sore. It's fine. When I eat those hot chips. Oh, I got you on those, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
The hot chips?
Hot chips are
Trader
the
Joe's?
best things in the world.
You gone into a Trader Joe's or did you just let me?
Many times. I was in the other day. I
You
bought
went
you
to-
flowers in Trader Joe's.
Oh, you did. Saw you buy me flowers. This is kind of coconutty.
It is.
I think I like it. Oh, coconut donuts. Now I'm thinking about church. Oh.
What?
So
what? Explain that to me.
now that's what I said. I said at the beginning of the episode, I said the ADHD is a little crazy. I used to go to church and the one thing to look forward to was coconut donuts.
Right.
Right?
Still don't
So-
see the correlation.
I want to go to a Greek island with you, but do you want to know what my wish is?
Go on.
Are you going to ask me?
What's your wish?
Thank you. So, what a girl wants is I would like us to live in the same city
Yeah.
for an extended period of time, doing either the same show or 2 really good shows, because one of us can't be in a bad musical and the other be in a
No,
good.
that would
That's
be
just
bad.
not fair. And then I want us to find the cutest restaurant that we go to every single night, and we have like the back booth, and then each night we have kind of a rotation of whether it's like hot, dates or maybe like a special Patti LuPone kind of guest star situation. Just kind of, we always bring new people in after the shows.
I like that.
Yeah.
We should do that.
I think
Let's
so
make
too.
it happen.
Yeah. Let's talk. Speaking on bringing maybe a double date situation. What's your type and what's my type?
I think we should describe each other's types.
Okay.
It'd be nice.
I think your type is a little older, maybe a little taller, a little buffer.
I like a man.
You like a man. What do I like, Joe?
You like a man too.
We often
We
there's
have
some
quite similar.
there's some cross pollination
similar-
happening in here.
Not like.
No,
Have we? No. No.
not yet. Never
Not yet.
say never. I think maybe like the distinct difference between our types is like, oh, I think I know what I like that you don't.
What?
I like a man with a really skinny
You're gonna say
little finger.
wedding.
Oh, with a
Skinny-
wedding. I like a man with a wedding ring.
I
Oh
like a
my god,
married
just what we
man.
need. A controversial first episode. No, I like a man that has really long, slender fingers that journals in the morning and
No.
kind of looks gaunt,
I don't like that.
kind of sunken,
Yeah, you don't want like a tortured.
kind of like a drummer.
Yeah, that's
You
not
don't
for
like
me.
that?
No.
Okay, see, that's good. Ooh, okay. Are you ready for our overshare, don't care lightning round?
Great, go on.
You know I like to overshare.
Really?
You think?
No.
You don't as much,
No.
but I have not shared these questions with you or your publicists.
Great.
And we're going to have a countdown timer going, and you're going to answer these as fast as possible. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Woo! Okay, Joe. Dream day in London.
Junior in London. Wake up, get out of the house by 9:30, go for brunch somewhere.
Yes.
And be for a nice walk. Has to be
Yes.
sunny.
Yes.
And then maybe see a matinee.
Yes.
And then go for dinner. And then go for drinks. And then go to bed by midnight.
Celebrity crush.
Henry Cavill.
Casual or dressy?
Casual.
Who would win in a fight, Sweeney Todd or the Scarlet Witch?
Scarlet Witch. It's not even a competition.
Magical power you wish you had.
Telekinesis.
Heartstopper actor who's most like their character.
None of us.
Agatha, actor who's most like their character.
All of them.
Oh, favorite book.
Ooh, 1,000 Splendid Suns. Or In Memoriam.
Favorite song that brings you joy.
Where You Lead, Carole King.
Favorite clip of Patti LuPone circulating on TikTok.
There's so many good ones. I actually love the one of her and Aubrey doing Hot Ones, and she's throws the wing at the camera when she's talking about Madonna.
Broadway or West End?
Broadway.
Okay.
There's just like, you know what it is? There's a culture to Broadway that, like, I just think is really addictive. That, like, the West End has, but there's just nothing. There's no comparison to Broadway. I don't know. There's very different things.
We're gonna unpack what we just learned.
Okay.
I feel like West End is just more. Maybe the grass is always greener.
I think that's what it is.
But have you done West End yet?
I did the Donmar, which is like sort of West End, but sort of not. But I'd love to do a West End show.
Okay, could be happening. And Agatha, actor who's most like their character, you said all of them.
Yeah, they're in like ways.
Okay, what is your way that you're like teen?
I have murdered my friends.
What's the actual character's name? Or
Billy.
Billy. Okay,
which is also my middle name, actually.
Really?
My middle name's William.
Joseph
Billy. William Locke.
Do you know what my middle name is?
I do.
J.
No, I don't. James.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Where would you said a bar in London. Where is a cute place to go after?
I'm not telling the world that.
That's fair. You'll tell me after?
I'll tell you after.
Maybe you've taken me there.
I've taken you to many.
Okay, tonight, let's tell the world we are going to an event. We've gone to some events already this week.
We've gone to some... We went to Paris Hilton's birthday party the weekend, and I don't know if anyone can see this, but my knee
is so fucked up. It's like
green and brown and
it hasn't
blue
even
and
hit
purple.
the bruise spot yet. It's just like it's a giant
Dylan
bump.
made me dive in the ball pit.
I made you dive in the ball pit. I mean, it kind of did feel like AI in the way that if you had typed in Paris Hilton's birthday party, that would have popped up as far as the collection of people in that room.
Yeah.
And I had a good time.
I had a great time.
And that felt like, that was like your first LA day, technically.
Yeah, and you took me to Paris Hilton's house.
It was a good place to take you.
But tonight we're
going to a Vanity Fair party.
We are.
And who are you wearing?
I'm wearing Celine. Head to toe.
I'm changing into something slightly sluttier because it's a good party to like potentially kiss someone. I saw some hotties last. You haven't been there yet.
No, I haven't.
Wow, you got something to look forward to. How do you usually approach a party as far as working the room?
I'm not very good at it. That's something that I want to get better at.
Tonight's the night.
Tonight's the night.
How do I approach a room?
I think the room approaches you.
And if they don't, I will find the room.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like I can tell if somebody's kind of walking the other way, and I find them.
I don't know how you do it.
I don't let them go. How do you feel about dancing in public?
No.
Oh, come on.
No.
Ooh.
But the difference is you can dance, I can't dance. So I look like a twat and you...
No, I've kind of seen you... Also, is twat as bad of a word over there as it is here?
I mean, yeah, but you also twat isn't a thing. Stop saying twat, say twat.
Twat. Oh, we haven't taken you yet to any of the gay bars in West Hollywood.
No.
We need to do that eventually. We're going to Disneyland with Chris Colfer.
We are. I'm so excited for that.
I think that might be the highlight. And that was also because we were trying to figure out if we could go. And then I was like, would it be okay if I texted this guy, Chris Colfer, and Joe was okay with it?
Yeah.
I loved Glee. What, did you love Glee?
I was a late to Glee. It was sort of before my time.
Oh my God.
Just before my time.
Oh, that's so painful. I was watching in real time. Did you binge after the fact?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Who did you feel the most connected to on that show?
Sort of none of them. It's a very American show.
That's fair.
In a way that if any of them were in a British school, they would have all just been bullied so much they would never have wanted to be in the Glee Club in the first place.
So true.
Which is not good. That's not that's not a positive.
No. And anything else that you want to accomplish while you're in America?
I'd love to get a job.
Okay, tomorrow, this week.
Yeah, that would be nice. It won't happen, but that would be nice.
That actually it could happen.
We never know.
You never know. It's the city of dreams.
City of Dreams.
Did you watch La La Land?
No, I didn't. I've still never watched it.
What do you want me to watch that I haven't seen?
The Goonies.
I never saw that. That's bad.
That, like, I think genuinely has driven a wedge in our friendship.
If there was anything, it's this podcast and the Goonies.
Yeah.
How about, okay, so we're going to this tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You're going back to London. I might eventually come stay with you
Please
very
do.
soon. I'm coming to the West End. And then Greece, what Greece island should we go to?
I love Santorini. It's my favorite place in the world.
Have you been? How many times?
I've only been once, but I loved it.
Is that where Mamma Mia's set?
No, I don't think so, but they're all the same.
They all give
They
the
all
same
look
vibe.
the same.
Do you wear Speedo or a little...
I'm not a Speedo guy.
Why?
Well, I'm trying to get my ass bigger this year, so maybe this year's the year that I wear a Speedo.
Just squats?
Yeah.
Do you go to workout classes like Barry's?
I've started doing personal training. I know. It's really fun.
What's the personal trainer's deal?
His name's Tom. He's really great.
Straight or
Probably
gay?
listening.
Straight or gay?
He's a queen.
Okay.
Yeah. We you know what it is? I've always been so scared of the gym because I've always felt like I would be judged in that space. And it's the first time I like have been enjoying it, and like it's been fun.
And then, so as you're getting your ass a little fatter and your muscles a little stronger, what is your hope to mature into roles in the industry? What do you want those to be?
I want to play a really macho straight man in an action film.
Like James Bond?
No, not James Bond.
Oh,
I got quoted saying that.
absolutely not.
I got quoted saying I wanted to play James Bond by someone, an unnamed report.
Something.
And it really annoyed me because I was like, you put those words in my mouth. I never said that. You said, would you like to play James Bond? And I said, whatever, sure. Like,
You're
I
not
didn't
gonna say
that.
no to a part
Whereas it
like
kept,
that.
and they kept being like, Joe Locke. I was like, no, I didn't say that.
So you want to be playing like, you want jet ski, fire behind you, just...
I want like
no
a
Speedos,
really
though.
bad...
God forbid.
No Speedos. Well, hey, my dream would be to get paid a shit ton of money to like get really ripped.
Oh, like they pay for you to get ripped. Oh.
Because I just can't be bothered to organize it all.
I want to get paid to lay in bed.
I don't want that.
You don't?
No.
You don't love a bed as much as I do.
I can't, like, in the...
You're
I know
the
you're
first
the
person
ADHD
ever...
one, but I can't sit still.
You're the first person to ever use my living room. I've never sat on that couch in my life. This is the first time I ever sat on a couch. Put me to bed.
Yeah. I walked in last night, I went for dinner and I came home. And I walked in and I was like, Dylan, where are you? I turn and Dylan is buck naked in bed.
Tits out.
Tits out.
Hair
and she's just like,
to the
"Hi."
ceiling. Always can never get the hair out. It's all the fake hair. Yeah, I think that you've gotten a bit of a peer into what my life really is here.
Yeah.
And now I think we have a very special segment. We've got Last Call Confessions. We're going to be hearing a call from one of our lovely followers of the pod, and we're going to give a little advice. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Woo! Woo!
Hi, Dylan. I was just wondering, like, how do I feel confident about myself? Like, if I want to do something and, like, go out there and, like, feel confident, like, how do I do that? Because overall, I don't feel confidence on myself anymore. I'm trying to, but it's just not working out. And I just wanted, like, advice from you, if that's okay. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Oh,
I love our new friend.
I know. Did we get their name?
I don't think they shared their name, but that's
Well, then
okay.
that's good. We can...
Just our new friend.
Our new friend.
Confidence. You said we were talking about confidence yesterday?
Yeah, in bed.
What did we say?
I was talking about how I
can't remember any. I'm scared. I don't remember anything, which is good because I can't remember all the horrible things that happened to me. But then we have a good conversation like confidence and I can't remember that.
Well,
Refresh.
Refresh.
Dory. Nemo.
yeah.
Wait, Marvin? Is that what their names are? Marvin? Marlin? Okay, give us the confidence for
Okay.
a friend.
I was saying last night about how I want to be able to like go up and talk to people if we're out and like have the confidence to like, I am so scared sometimes of looking like a twat and making like a fool of myself that I don't put myself in those situations that like good things can come from, friendships and whatever. Whereas you are very good at that.
What did I say to do?
I don't remember.
Oh, same. So I think, but to our friend, let's start fresh.
That's what, so I'm saying
So it's actually,
It's similar
you're
thing.
the caller.
I'm the caller.
You put on, you did have a slightly different voice yesterday while sick, so maybe that was you. I think that I've always kind of erred on the side of like cringe is kind of iconic. So like if you're ever trying to be cool, I think that that's not a great way to meet people because you're not showing up as your authentic self. I think that, well, like when I think about you, you're such a lovely, funny human that everybody needs to know if they don't already. And I bet this person's the same way. I bet that our friend is like the loveliest. And also, just, I'm so grateful for your call. But I think that better to like put yourself out there and try. And then, I mean, you might see someone's true colors if you are to try to be friends with someone and they don't want to be, then they don't deserve you. But a lot of the times it usually works out.
Yeah.
In our case, it did.
It did.
I think honestly, a really good outfit is like kind of surfaces that might sound. When I feel cute, I feel like I can take on anything. And a lot of the times, like I can almost like convince myself that I feel a lot more confident than I am if I look presentable and like it's like my armor in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, I've had the best time with my dear friend Joe. Joe, do you have anything else to add?
I have to add that no, I have nothing to add.
Okay. Would you ever host a podcast?
I would but I don't think I'd have a career if I did.
I think you give it some time. Maybe
Okay.
it'll always it will happen.
You know, you used to have a career and you got a podcast.
Well,
so.
for this is the first episode,
Well.
so only time will tell.
Right.
And if you've enjoyed this episode, please go check out us on YouTube, anywhere you subscribe to podcasts. I was going to say, well, Joe, where can they find you? But they probably already have.
You can find me wherever you want me.
Do you want to be found?
Loaded question there, Dylan.
I think most people would want you to be on social media more.
Yeah, I think that's probably why I'm not.
Have you ever done like a talking to the camera video?
No.
Why not?
It's just not for me, is it?
No, but maybe that's why we work.
Yeah.
But when I do it, are you like, oh,
No, because you're so good at it. I would be so bad at it.
okay, I think you'd
It's
be
just
great
not
at it.
like, I enjoy like the mystery of me. I
Maybe-
think people think they know me really well, but actually don't know me at all.
Maybe on my birthday, there's going to be the Joe Hour. And it's going to be where you're talking to the camera.
Uh-huh.
I don't share anything at all. You just, you take it. That's December 29th, but then we do 7 months after,
So
like right now.
okay.
Does that make sense? No.
Not really, but we can.
Most of this didn't.
Most of our friendship doesn't make sense.
No.
Me and Dylan will often talk in like incomplete sentences.
Can you tell? All right. Well, I love you all. Happy birthday if it's your birthday. And if not, it could still be 7 months later. And okay, we love you.
Love ya. Bye.
Want even more of the Dylan Hour? Now is a great time to subscribe to Lemonada Premium. You'll get bonus content, outtakes, and more from conversations with fabulous guests like Joe Locke and Dylan's dad, Jim Mulvaney. Just hit the subscribe button on Apple Podcasts, or for all other podcast apps, head to lemonadapremium.com to subscribe. That's lemonadapremium.com. The Dylan Hour is a production of Lemonada Media. Our supervising producer is Jess Kreinchich. Producers are Carmen Laurent, Keegan Zema, and Aria Bracci. Audio and video production and engineering by Jordan Lin, Ivan Karayev, and Brian Castillo. Our SVP of weekly programming is Steve Nelson. Our theme song was composed by Daniel Mertzleft and arranged by Aaron Kaufman. Special thanks to Megan Strickland. Executive producers Stephanie Whittles-Wax, Jessica Cordova-Kramer, Catherine Law, and Dylan Mulvaney. You can find us online at Lemonada Media, and you can find Dylan on TikTok and Instagram at Dylan Mulvaney. Follow the Dylan Hour wherever you get your podcasts, or listen ad-free on Amazon Music with your Prime membership.